Good afternoon. I am Andrea Chisholm with the Midday News for this Thursday, October 31. A special welcome if you're watching on onespotmedia.com. Officials from the Education Ministry are locked in a meeting with the President of the University of Technology, Professor Stephen Vassiani, as well as members of the Academic Staff Union and the student body. On Thursday, several students visited the ministry with placards voicing concerns about the negative impact of the ongoing protest by lecturers. The lecturers are demanding that the university pays retroactive salaries. The ministry said earlier they could not afford to make the payments at this time. Speaking with our news center a short while ago, Portfolio Minister Carl Samuda said the situation should be resolved before the end of the day.
I want these children in class tomorrow. Yes. So that is our objective. And I have no reason to doubt that good reason will prevail and that we will see the resumption of normalcy at the UTech. It's too valuable and the children's future is too valuable.
A search is now on for a woman who gave birth to a baby girl in Alexandria St. Anne on Wednesday. Reports are that shortly after the woman gave birth, the child was heard crying from a pit latrine. Residents alerted the police and the baby was rescued by firefighters. TVJ's St. Anne correspondent Lloyd Hines has been speaking with the baby's grandmother, Clara Brown.
Did you witness when the baby was taken from the pit last night?
Yes, I was standing there. See when they take up the baby and come up with him, the baby all crying. There was my daughter-in-law. They all put it in her hand and them call for a towel and whatsoever. And then they was wiping it and that is the end of it.
How many children are involved in this union? I saw some little kids around the place. I understand they belong to the mother. Right?
Yes, there were 5.
5 plus this baby?
Yes.
How you feel about this whole thing, Grandma?
I feel, I can't explain. It shake everybody. Young and old, it shake everybody. But no one was looking for this. So we only have to stand strong and see the best that come out of it and take care of the children them.
Yep. We understand from the police that the mother left the area and has not been seen. Have you heard anything from her since?
No, I haven't heard from her.
The body of a Clarendon farmer was found in a pit in Sunnyside Tuesday night. The dead man has been identified as 35-year-old Gary Phillips of Canaan Heights. According to reports, Mr. Phillips was seen with his son feeding their animals. Upon reaching a section of the community, some of the animals ran off into a yard. Mr. Phillips then went to get the animals but did not return. His son raised an alarm and a search began.
He fell in a 14 feet pit and he was submerged under the water for a good amount of time. And when they pull him out, it was too late.
I want general in our community, man. I tell you, peaceful better, and you can't sit independent move 24/7 with the animal there. I tell you, man, very high with you. Yeah. So when that the man there will drop out, boy, he will play shake up generally. He will play shake up.
Counterproductive. That's how the opposition has described the government's plans for the Bernard Lodge development in Portmore St. Catherine. They toured the area on Tuesday, insisting that the plan has not been carefully thought out. More in this report.
The Bernard Lodge development project is still causing concern for some farmers. In mid-October, government officials, including Prime Minister Andrew Holness, toured the area and announced compensation and relocation plans for farmers. However, during Tuesday's tour, opposition spokesperson on agriculture, Victor Wright, had harsh criticisms for the project.
It's counterproductive to our plans for food security. It's counterproductive to the plan for us to feed ourselves. It's counterproductive for productivity for our farmers. And it's counterproductivity for the array for reducing our food import bill.
The farmers on this tour say their concerns were not addressed during the Prime Minister's tour, and so they are raising them again.
Farmers' livelihood, the conversion of the best agricultural land, the best irrigated land in the country into housing construction, and the ill treatment of the farmers that were on the land. We explained to him also the challenges or the danger of putting concrete over this vast expanse of land, but the danger it will pose to the underground aquifer.
It's believed that covering a vast plot of land with concrete for housing and industrial development will reduce rain soaking into the groundwater supply and worsen the water shortage in Portmore. They also insist that the soil quality in the proposed relocation area is inferior. Some question if the relocation will happen at all.
Them say them are going to relocate we and all. Well, that's what I'm worried about, so we're not really worried for that.
Opposition members say despite these glaring concerns, the project continues in secrecy. While not ruling out court action, they are reiterating their objections and calling for more dialogue with the government.
But I must say to the Prime Minister that this project needs to be reconsidered. While there's a need for housing, I think we have made a bad choice in the location that we have chosen, and I think that there needs to be a reversal. The opposition is calling for a reversal for the use of these lands for housing.
Welcome back, and we're continuing the news. A $200 million contract has been signed to construct a permanent home for the Port Maria Fire Station in St. Mary. The fire station was abandoned in 2006, and since then the department has been renting a facility. The new fire station, when completed, will house 80 firefighters. Port Maria is listed as one of the country's most at-risk towns due to its proximity to the sea.
The Disaster Vulnerability Reduction Project has targeted 3 coastal communities, Montego Bay, Port Maria, and Yallas, to improve the capacity. And this was done with the consultation and the collaboration with the Ministry of Local Government as well as the Fire Brigade as the priority areas. And in our own assessment, we realized that 114,000 persons in and around Port Maria were at risk because of the lack of capacity of the first responders in this area.
Minister of Local Government Desmond McKenzie, who also spoke at the ceremony, said the government was investing in the response capabilities of the fire department.
We are expecting to get 4 brand new trucks in December of this year. In December. Plus, there are 10 in the brigade's budget that the procurement process is well advanced.
Residents in St. Mary are still facing a water shortage crisis despite heavy rains over the past few months. During a recent tour in a section of the parish, Mayor of Port Maria, Richard Creary, said areas like Gibbs Hill, Maroon Town and Plattfield have been greatly affected.
I guess because the drought has been so prolonged, although we're having rainfall in some of the areas, we're still finding that the catchment, even on the tour that we went on today, these areas will be getting a lot of rain from the other day, but the catchment areas still do not have enough adequate water to supply the communities.
It means that the Port Maria Municipal Council continues to truck water to those communities. However, the mayor says only 1 water truck is assigned to the corporation.
Fortunately, we are in the process of procuring a truck based on the fact that Minister McKenzie has said that he will be purchasing 1 water truck for each municipality. We have been proactive, and I have requested the permission to go ahead with funds we have set aside for emergencies if we could purchase the truck on our own and then the funds are refunded to us. We got permission, so we have started the procurement process.
Students and staff at the Bethany Primary School in St. Anne are beaming with joy after receiving new computers. Representatives from Pay It Forward, a non-profit organization based in the United States, made the donation on Tuesday.
Our project is to donate computers and other technology to schools of need in Jamaica, such as Bethany Primary School.
Colin and I have grown up with so many opportunities, and I don't think it's fair that they don't get the same opportunities, so this way they can be exposed to different forms of technology and different knowledge, and they can find a better future for themselves.
In the meantime, Principal of Bethany Primary, Orville Harris, said the equipment will be used to improve the performance of students.
These computers will be used to foster curriculum delivery. Our students are now afforded the opportunity from as early as age 7 to become au fait with the technology. And I assure you that this will indeed make the learning experience more enriching, more entertaining, and it will indeed bring better effectiveness as it relates to the entire teaching and learning process.
In regional news, officials in the Bahamas have put the country on high alert following fears the deadly Ebola virus could make its way there. It comes after the island's health department issued a warning for the potential arrival of the virus through international visitors. After Hurricane Dorian hit the Bahamas in September, doctors and support workers from abroad have come in to assist. Minister of Health Dr. Dwayne Sands said they are doing a number of sensitization sessions with customs, airport immigration, and health personnel. In news further afield, at least 74 passengers have died after a train traveling near Karachi caught fire, and that is in Pakistan. Officials said the fire was caused by the explosion of a gas cylinder being used by passengers cooking breakfast. The blaze is thought to have spread to at least 3 carriages. Many of the victims died as they tried to jump off the burning train. Another 40 people have been injured. Officials say the number of dead people may still rise. Many passengers were pilgrims heading to one of Pakistan's largest annual religious congregations. And in sports, defending champions Cornwall College have been drawn to face Charlotte Smith in the round of 16 of the ISSA Champions Cup. In other fixtures, Camperdown will play Frome, Clarendon College will battle Woolmer's Boys, St. Andrew Technical will meet the Manning School, Dinthill Technical is due to meet Excelsior, while Kingston College plays Garvey Maceo. St. George's will play BB Coke. The Champions Cup is set to commence in November. And that's the Midday News. I'm Andrea Chisholm. Join us at 7 for the Primetime News Package. On behalf of the news, sports and production teams, good afternoon.